What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. Manchester United are back in action again. Premier League, of course, Matchday 28 up against Crystal Palace at Old Trafford, 2 p.m. kickoff tomorrow, and manager of Crystal Palace is, of course, Oliver Glasner. So earlier on in the season, Manchester United did win at Selhurst Park 2-1 due to goals from Mount and Xerxes in what was a little bit of a lucky win in my opinion. I think the goals that we scored, the Mount free kick, if you remember, and then also the Xerxes kind of squeezing it in from that tight angle. But yeah, so it was a good win at Selhurst Park, and when we were under a little bit of pressure as well. And following on from that 2-1 win at Selhurst Park in November, United are looking to complete their first league double over Crystal Palace since 2017-18 season. Crystal Palace have won 4 of their last 6 away league games against Manchester United, losing 2, having won just 2 of their first 22 visits to Old Trafford, drawing 3 and losing 17. And having won their last 2 visits, Crystal Palace are looking to become just the second London side to win 3 consecutive away league games against Manchester United after Chelsea between 1967-68 and 1969-70. And Manchester United have picked up 27 points in their last 12 Premier League matches, winning 8, drawing 3 and losing 1, 16 more than they managed in their previous 13 games at Old Trafford, which was 11 points, which was 3 wins, 2 draws and 8 losses. And finally, Crystal Palace have won 2 of their last 3 Premier League games, losing 1, picking up twice as many points in these games, which was 6, as they did in their previous 9 games combined, which was 3 points, drawing 3 and losing 6. So in terms of some recent form for Crystal Palace this season, they are coming away with a 3-1 aggregate victory over Zelinski. I think that's how you say that team's name. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it, but they've done well to progress in the Europa League playoff round, so they are through to the next round by beating them 3-1 on aggregate. They beat Wolves 1-0 as well at home earlier on. They recently lost to Burnley. They beat Brighton though. They drew to Nottingham Forest, and they lost to Chelsea as well. They lost to Sunderland, and unfortunately for them, last month they did get knocked out of the FA Cup third round by Macclesfield 2-1, which was a surprise kind of upset. In terms of Crystal Palace team news, Decore, Lerma, Nketiah and Mateta are ruled out. So this is Crystal Palace's starting lineup. This is how I think they're going to be lining up. So Henderson and in net, of course, Richards, Lacroix and Canva making up the back 3. Munoz, Wharton, Hughes and Mitchell making up the 4 in midfield. Sarr and Gusand making up the 2 inside 10 positions in behind Strand Larson, who joined Crystal Palace from Wolves in the January transfer window. So in terms of Crystal Palace attacking in possession, how are they going to, attack with the ball? So number 1, I think that they're going to be direct in transition and vertically as well. So Palace often prioritize quick progression into the attacking third rather than slow, patient possession. Vertical passes are used to move the ball forward rapidly, especially after winning it back. Number 2, wide overloads and wing-back influence. The wing-backs advance aggressively to stretch the opposition, creating width and overloads. These players are key in delivering crosses or creating half-space overloads for attackers. Number 3, inside forwards and fluidity. Attacking midfielders drift into pockets between the opposition's midfield and defense, linking play, creating passing triangles and exploiting half-space movement. Number 4, third man running and midfield support. So deeper midfielders or even wide players can make late runs into the box to support attackers and complicate defensive tracking, helping Palace generate significant goal threat from structured patterns as well as transitions. And number 5, risk reward style. So Glasner's teams willingly attempt forward or direct passes, even if they risk loss of possession, because regaining the ball high and quickly is part of the plan, so leading to counter-pressing opportunities. So in terms of defending without possession, they are, number 1, they are going to be using like a mid-block or a compact structure. So Palace don't sit ultra deep all the time, but instead often adopt a compact mid-block to close central channels and force play wide, where the team can control space and delay penetration. Selective pressing or press triggers rather than constant high pressing. Palace press when specific triggers occur, like a slow back pass, loose ball, or poor touch. This economical press helps conserve energy and avoids getting stretched. Number 3, wide traps and funnel press. Opponents are guided towards the touchline where Palace's pressers can quickly engage and disrupt play, forcing low risk passes or long clearances. Number 4, transition defense and counter pressing. So upon losing the ball, the team attempts to counter press quickly, not a frenzy but coordinated duels aimed at snatching possession back immediately or delaying opposition attacks. And number 5, flexible defensive shapes. So out of possession, the 3-4-2-1 can morph into a 5-2-3 or a 5-4-1 block with wide midfielders dropping in to help protect space and the wing backs becoming part of a deeper line when needed. So in terms of Crystal Palace's star man, I've written down Ismail Assar. So Ismail Assar has got 5 goals and 1 assist in the Premier League so far. He's a key attacking contributor for Palace. He has been an important goal threat, scoring crucial goals for Palace in the Premier League. Primarily deployed wide and creative. So under Oliver Glasner, he's mainly deployed on the right wing in Palace's 3-4-2-1, contributing both goals and chances created as a wide direct offensive outlet, and experienced and proven goal scorer. So at 27, Sarr has a strong career history across European leagues and internationally with Senegal, and has scored regularly for Palace with double-digit goals over his time at the club. So that's Crystal Palace for you. I think they're going to be a tough side to kind of break down at Old Trafford tomorrow, but hopefully we can get the job done. In terms of Manchester United, let's speak about United a little bit. We are coming away with a really good victory over Everton, 1-0 away from home at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. So United secured victory through a decisive single goal, capitalising on a key attacking move rather than sustained dominance. Defensive control and discipline. United were compact and organised without the ball, limiting Everton to few clear-cut chances and protecting their lead effectively in the second half, although the goal did kind of come late in the second half as well. Game management over flair rather than chasing more goals. United focused on structure, tempo control and safe possession in the latter stages to close out a narrow but important 3 points. So the winning goal that Šeško scored was a really well taken strike. I think the ball over I think all 3 summer signings played a part. You had Cunha, Matheus Cunha play the ball over the top to Bryan Mbeumo. Bryan Mbeumo then squared it to Benjamin Šeško, who first time finish, put it into the bottom right hand corner out of the reach of the goalkeeper. Really well taken strike, really well worked move as well on the as a fast break counter attack. But yeah, really good 3 points as well. Defensively, we looked decent as well. Everton didn't really have too many chances, and we looked comfortable defensively. Obviously, coming away with the clean sheet as well. So it was a good performance last week. So in terms of injuries for Manchester United's team news, De Ligt, Mount, Dogu and Martinez are out. So this is my Manchester United lineup. Lemens in net, of course. Diallo, Euro, Maguire and Shaw making up the back 4. Casemiro and Mainu making up the 2 defensive midfielders. Bryan Mbeumo, Bruno Fernandes and Matheus Cunha making up the 3 forwards in behind Benjamin Šeško. So the notable absentee from this lineup is that I have dropped out, or I have rested Amad Diallo, simply because I want to see Benjamin Šeško start. I think Šeško's on a fine run of form. He's scoring goals. He's looking confident as well, and I think he can be a key player in terms of helping us beating Crystal Palace tomorrow. So in terms of United star man, I'm gonna have to say it's Šeško this time. I've been going with Bruno Fernandes recently, but Šeško, like I said, he's coming up with crucial goals goals, scored the equaliser against West Ham, scored the winner against Fulham as well, scored the winner against Everton as well. So he's coming up with crucial goals, bagging us points, saving us points as well with that equaliser against West Ham away from home in the 96th minute. So he's been doing really well. So I think he deserves a start. So that's why I have got him in there instead of Ahmad. But Ahmad, a little bit unfortunate to not be starting. But I think Šeško deserves to start because he's been on a fine run of form right now. So in terms of how do you beat Crystal Palace, number one, take the early lead and seize momentum. Stats and previews emphasize that Palace's points per game drops sharply when they concede first. Scoring first gives Manchester United control of the match rhythm and forces Palace to open up. Number two, exploit wide areas and overload flanks. United should use dynamic wide players to stretch Palace's compact defence. Targeting cutbacks and near post deliveries into the 6-yard box increases quality chances more than long crosses. Number three, be clinical inside the box. So pre-match analysis highlights that shots inside the penalty area and especially within the 6-yard box carry much higher expected goals than attempts from distance. United would benefit most by converting those closer opportunities. Number four, stay disciplined and organised defensively. So Palace are dangerous on the counter, especially via quick transitions from wide positions. If United defend compactly and communicate effectively, they'll reduce Palace's best attacking moments. And number five, maintain possession with patience and controlled tempo. So intelligent possession, avoiding rushed vertical passes helps United wear down Palace's structure and create openings. So this control also limits risky turnovers that could spark Palace counters. So that's how you beat Palace. And finally, another thing I'd like to mention is clean sheet as well. We have struggled defensively all season. Now we've kept 5 clean sheets. So against Sunderland, Newcastle, Manchester City, Tottenham and Everton most recently. Palace have dangerous players, like I mentioned, who can hurt us on the break. We have to be careful of the counter-attack. They can definitely hurt us if we leave ourselves kind of exposed at the back when we're pushing bodies forward. If we put, hopefully we don't do that, and hopefully we kind of like have like a 3 base at the back. And when one fullback pushes forward, say for example Luke Shaw pushes forward, then I'm expecting Diallo to kind of drop back into the back 3, make a back 3 with Maguire and Euro, and that way we've got defensive stability at the back, and Palace can't easily counter on us. So hopefully we have a good day tomorrow. Hopefully we come away with all 3 points. I think it will be really important, of course, in our chase to qualify for the Champions League. I think if we don't qualify for the Champions League, it's a major kind of disaster. But yeah, let's take a look at the Premier League table before I give my score prediction. So this is the Premier League table right now. I think Manchester City did play today, so they won against Leeds 1-0. So they've reduced the gap at the top of the league to just 2 points. They are really close to Arsenal right now, and Arsenal must be nervous. And like I mentioned previously, if Arsenal don't win the league this season, I think it's a major mess up from Arsenal. Major bottle job from Arsenal if they don't win the league this season. I think that it's a really good chance for them to win the league. But of course, if they don't win the league, I'm going to be laughing. Because of how badly they messed up. But yeah, United with a win would move to 51 points. So we could potentially move into 3rd place, because Aston Villa, unfortunately for them, they did lose to Wolves yesterday 2-0. So that leaves a opportunity for us to move into 3rd place if we were to win. So, like I said, if we were to win tomorrow, we would move to 51 points. We'd move level on points with Aston Villa. But because we have a better goal difference, we would be moving into 3rd place. So I think this is a really big opportunity for us to be moving, pushing up into 3rd place. I think that, we can't let this opportunity slide. Many times under Ruben Amorim, when we did have the opportunity to move higher up in the league, when we had the opportunity to move into the top four, we drew or we lost and we dropped points, and we just kind of stayed stagnant. So hopefully we can kind of come away with the 3 points. Crystal Palace with a win would move to 38 points. So they could possibly move into 10th position. But yeah, I think it's really important that we keep the kind of chase for Champions League football alive. I think it's a possibility that we could also not qualify for the Champions League if we, mess up in terms of our remaining games. Liverpool are close to us. They won yesterday they won today 5-2 against West Ham. Chelsea are yet to play. Chelsea play Arsenal tomorrow. So I think it's really important that we kind of come away with the 3 points tomorrow. Benjamin Šeško has scored 5 goals in his last 6 league matches for Manchester United. So hopefully he can come away with some goals tomorrow. So in terms of my score prediction, recently I have been predicting losses and draws for United, but this time I'm going to go for a 2-0 Manchester United win. I'm going for Bruno Fernandes and Šeško to get the goals for Manchester United, and yeah, hopefully I am right this time and Man United come away with all 3 points. Anyway, if you enjoyed this preview, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you after the match.